I'd like to thank the Maryland camp for putting this together, going through all the work and effort to get us here and get everyone else here. It would be a shame if we didn't use this opportunity today to really start looking to solutions of what's going to turn some things around, fundamentally and otherwise. I am grateful for all the friends that I have in this room. And I'm not going to get emotional. Marines aren't allowed to in public. But I am grateful for I'm grateful for all the friends I have in this room, and for all my friends allowing my family to take some time off, which I think all the candidates needed, to kind of re-engage with our family, our wives, our daughters, sons if you have them, and just be grateful for a great country. And being outside the country does help you have a lot of appreciation for what we call the United States of America. I don't see the same terror plot in Maryland that many people see. I see some opportunities, I see some challenges, but I've never backed down from a good fight. I like good fights. You need a good adversary. It makes you feel good after you beat them. And sometimes when you take some steps back and it hurts a little bit, you have to find the wherewithal to get back up and keep going. I think we found that, and I'm happy to report that as a family, and I think as a party, and as a conservative movement, I think we found that. However, I think it's interesting the cultural perspective that Maryland has. Now, obviously, we can't solve these problems. I can't talk them through in 5 minutes of what I've had left. And by the way, I'll take the 2 that he deferred. We can't solve them with this speech, their speeches, or the speeches upcoming, but we can begin the dialogue that's going to transpire over the next, 6, 8 hours to really start looking at some what I call fundamental truths about our state, because so many people will come into our state and say things like, Maryland completely missed the conservative movement. Maryland completely missed the revolution. Maryland completely missed what happened in 2010 in terms of the electorate going more conservative that we saw across the country. I disagree, especially when you look at some grassroots and local politics. In the 5th Congressional District, for example, in St. Mary's County, for the first time in over 20 years, they have all five of their commissioners are Republican. When you go over into Calvert County, you'll find that all 6 of their commissioners are Republican for the first time in their history. When you look at the fact that down there in St. Mary's, Calvert County, we were blessed to have one of our Miller's strongest advocates and delegates lost to a new and upcoming Republican delegate in the name of Mark Fisher. It is exciting to see what has happened in Southern Maryland and what continues to happen in places like Howard County and Harford County and all around the spectrum. See, I see a Maryland where a target of opportunity is right smack in the middle and the hub of our state, surrounding Baltimore, Montgomery, and Prince George's counties. And if we are willing to take the fight, the discussion, the hands-on, we can do tremendous things. Now, the cultural perspective of Maryland, real briefly, only in Maryland can you find the Western Virginia Democrat, the urban Central Democrat, the contract tied to government Democrat, as well as the Confederate Southern Democrat, all in the same state. And the tragedy is we believe they all think the same way. There's more of a conflict, of frustration within the Democratic Party here in Maryland than many would care to admit, and we're going to take advantage of that. However, the solution lies. Certainly there's the obvious solutions in building grassroots support, getting people involved all the way down to the precinct level. Yes, we have to do that, but we also have to appreciate the fact that people still understand and love our country, they love our Constitution, and over 50%, I think the last number was 72% of Americans do consider themselves conservative. So where does that lead us? Here's where it leads us. You can't go down to Walmart and buy a $5 this covers all issue package and try to go in and pencil whip this thing and think you're going to convert people over to your side. And last I checked, you just don't go from blue to red without going purple in between. There has to be a period of transition. We will find, and this is what we're dedicated to doing, this is certainly what I'm dedicated to doing. I believe that the good Lord blesses us with talents. We all have them. And we're grateful for them. But with those talents comes to bear responsibility. And folks like me, conservative, that love our country, constitutionally conservative, however you want to call it, that truly want to make a difference, have to roll up your sleeves and get involved in those areas that right now are more blue-leaning. However, they carry a conservative character and carry a conservative heart. That's what we're going to do in Prince George's Montgomery and Baltimore County. We're not going to give up on our state. We're not going to give up on our nation. We believe that we can do a whole lot more in getting involved and being there than we ever could sitting on the sidelines talking about people that we have yet to meet. Only in our party do I find people that are willing to throw stones at people they haven't even talked to yet. And that's a problem. It's a problem because if we fail to connect, we fail to get engaged, and then we ask for votes 3-4 months before an election cycle. No, it's time for us to get involved and start having these conversations. So my answer is simple. I think the revolution, it didn't pass us by. In fact, we did a lot of good work on the grassroots level. We have more work to do. And we have to get engaged. And we have to have these conversations. I spent about 2 or 3 sessions at the Prince George's Chamber and gave some ideas. In fact, they wanted some ideas on 2 things, health care and the budget. Put a proposal. I grabbed a friend of mine, a guy named Trevor. Got a Trevor? By the way, his wife did come home. She was supporting our freedoms over in Iraq. She came home for Christmas. I only have 30 seconds left. I grabbed the guy, I grabbed Trevor, and I said, listen, Trevor, let's put together the same research we had on the budget. Let's put it together and let's forward it and provide it to the Prince George's County Chamber of Commerce. And we did just that. We took the party affiliation off. We called it must-needed values to turn the county around. They liked the idea so much, they asked me to present them to the new incoming leader there in Prince George's County, Rashawn Baker, after meeting with him after meeting with the chamber 3 times. Now, what I think is interesting is I wanted to tell Ron, this lady, really nice lady, the fact that, you know what, honey, these were the same values that I ran on. But it wasn't time for that, was it? It was time to say, these are the issues that work. Those conservative issues work. They understand budget. People understand the fact you can't spend more than you have. They understand the importance of traditional marriage. They understand Constitution. We just have to engage in that conversation. I believe my time is up, but I have much to say on this subject. I believe that our state can go forward. We can be stronger. Yes, we have to unify. That goes without saying. Yes, we have to get along. That goes without saying. But it doesn't make sense for us to spend this time complaining about the GOP or the RNC. Let's find a way to solve problems. And then let's engage and go door to door in Prince George's County, in Montgomery County, in Baltimore City, and have conversations that are uninsulting, filled with facts, and motivated by passion about how much we love our country and our state. We'll win more people than we lose. Thank you so very much.